Okay, so I think we're on our fourth installment of this video lecture all about community organizing and participatory action research. So previously we have discussed about separately about community organizing and participatory action research. So with this video lecture, we are going to combine those two concepts, different principles into one, which brings us to this topic, which is committee organizing participatory action research, or in short, COPAR. Okay, so let's start. So please bear with me because I will be presenting, reading different or several long definitions given by different authors, different sources of this topic. Um, COPAR is a social development approach that aims to transform the apathetic, um, individualistic, and voiceless poor into dynamic, participatory, and politically responsive community. So, to dissect for short time, social development, because we're talking about the community again, the people, they need to be developed, and that the transformation is, sabi dyan, from an apathetic one, individualistic. Apathetic means, and individualistic means usually parang ano ba, they don't care about their community, the society, and they are considered to be voiceless. Okay, because usually these people, priority syempre is their own. Okay, their own living, how to survive from day to day. Okay, and you want them to be dynamic, open to changes, open to development, uh, empowered, and at the same time they participate in community development, community activities, for change, for something new, and we want them also to be politically responsive. Okay, so when you say we politically responsive, from decision making to implementation and evaluation of programs, this everything that is concerning, or almost all, if not everything, that concerns the community, or this one. COPAR is a collective, participatory, transformative, liberative, sustained, and systematic process of building people's organizations by mobilizing and enhancing the capabilities and resources of the people for the resolution of their own issues and concerns towards effective change in their existing oppressive and exploitative conditions. So, as you have noticed from the very start of this video lecture series, words are, and then how you understand is um, uh, repeated, no, several times, because it has the same principle, same reason or rationale, and it has the same all throughout this video lecture. It has the same end goal. Okay, so to pick some words, yung ano natin, yung not going back to the things or words that we have explained already. Liberative. Okay, so this one is something that pertains the uh, placing freedom, uh, liberty, uh, um, on their own, kumbaga sa community people. Okay, for them to transform on their own. Yan. And sabi dito, mobilizing and enhancing the capabilities and resources of the people, okay, for the resolution of their own issues and concerns. So, same principles apply. No? Same principles apply, same end goal is expected. A process by which a community identifies its needs and objectives. develops confidence to take action in respect to them, and in doing so, extends and develops cooperative and collaborative attitudes and practice in the community. Okay, so um, community identifying its needs and objectives means consciousness raising, being aware of the reality, and has that confidence to take action. Uh, um, Ibig sabihin, they believe that they already can do it on their own, okay, without the 100% maybe assistance of the community organizer. Okay, but when you say on their own, solving the problems on their own, may I just emphasize is that they can ask, reach out, no, for help from the local government units and other organizations that can sponsor them, that can help them, that they can facilitate their programs. Yun po yung ibig sabihin nun. Hindi po ibig sabihin is hindi na sila tutulungan. Okay? It's either they can do it on their own or at least they know how to use resources. They know how to talk to the government. They know how to seek, okay, sponsorship, help from the government sectors or any group that can sponsor their programs. Continuous and sustained process of sensitizing, okay, the people to understand and develop their critical awareness of their existing conditions, working with the people collectively and efficiently concerning immediate and long-term problems, and mobilizing the people to develop their capability and readiness to respond and take on their immediate needs toward solving their long-term problems. So, same principles. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, so there are different methods and processes used in the implementation of Copar. First method or process is the progressive cycle of action, reflection, action session, or in other references, they call it synthesis. No? Action, reflection, action, synthesis. So it's a cycle. That's why it repeats the words, no? Action, reflection, action, reflection, action, reflection. Okay? Yan po yun, yung cycle na yan. Begins with small, local, and concrete issues identified by the people themselves and make an action about it, and they will have the evaluation and reflection of the action taken by them. So I guess it is somewhat understood, no? So the cycle begins with a problem, with an issue, with a concern. Um, so, um, with this, siyempre marunong sila mag-plan, marunong sila mag-identify ng solutions, ng interventions. Then, after some time, application or intervention, they're going to evaluate and reflect if it is successful. And sabi dito, you are going to reflect also what have they learned, okay, in the community or as organizers, okay, or as a research team, okay, kung sino man ang nag-initiate dun. Okay, then, let's say it wasn't successful, action ulit. Then, evaluate, reflect ulit, then action. Until such time it becomes successful, until such time we can properly address the problem or the issue concerning the community. Okay, so that is action, reflection, action session. Consciousness raising, okay, an experimental. May I just go back here? Small, local, because you are only going to deal with the problem of the community. When you say concrete, these are realistic problems, realistic concerns with realistic interventions. Okay? Consciousness raising and this should be experiential. Okay? Experiential learning, where emphasis on the learning that emerges from concrete action and which enriches succeeding action. Okay? So, rather than experimental, because you're talking about the cycle, usually, let's say na experimental and experiential. When you say experiential, yun ang nabasa natin sa ibang references na experiential means you learn by experience. You learn through experience. Ano yung naging experience nung community na to. Okay, what are the learnings that stemmed out from those learnings? Yun yung consciousness raising and ibig sabihin, from the learnings, anong natutunan na or saan sila naging aware? Okay? Uh, Anong aspeto sila naging conscious? Okay? So that is your experiential learning giving consciousness raising po. And third, participatory and mass-based, primarily directed towards and biased in favor of the poor. Yan yung ibig sabihin ng mass-based. Ibig sabihin yan makamasa. Okay? Directed towards and biased in favor of the poor, the powerless, and the oppressed sector of the community. But even though it's directly on or biased to the poor, you expect them to work together. Okay? You expect them to participate. Yan po yung participatory and mass-based. Then number 4, group-centered and not leader-oriented. Leaders are identified, emerge, and are tested through action rather than appointed or selected by some external force or entity. Okay, so the group themselves, the community themselves will identify, okay, or representative of the community, they will identify their own leaders. They should not be appointed by government leaders, by local government units. Okay? So, ano pa nga dito? Yung leader dito na tinutukoy or the group that is being identified here should not come from other local government organizations. Okay? Lalo na yung mga barangay officials or LGU. This really should come from the group, from the residents themselves. And later on, we'll be discussing the different criteria, okay, or what's this criteria on being a leader in Copar concept or context. So, okay, for this one, the critical steps or activities in implementing Copar. Okay, this is also very important because you need to keep this in mind and to what's this ensure that the activities that you are doing, okay, in the community will be successful. Okay, and so first we have integration. And I have mentioned this one in our previous videos. When you say integration, this is being one with the people. The healthcare worker becomes one with the people in order to immerse him or herself in the community, then understand deeply the culture, economy, leaders' history, rhythms, and lifestyle in the community. You say rhythms, these are usually the patterns of living, the lifestyle in the community. So you need to be one with them. You live like a local, just like what I've told earlier. And this is very important because of the purpose that you want to build a rapport. Okay? You want to gain the trust of the community people. Yeah. So what are the different methods or examples of activities that you can do to gain integration? So you can participate in direct production activities of the people. For example, they are doing harvesting in the farm or trees or vegetable, pwede mo rin gawin yan. House-to-house visits, yan. Siyempre with the purpose. Okay? Within the context of primary health care and Copar yung house visit mo. Okay? Participate in activities like, yes, you can participate in birthdays, fiestas, wakes, etc. Okay? Sure, pwede bang makikain? Yes, of course, pwede naman po. It's one way of immersion. Okay? Basta lang po hindi naman po umaabuso naman. Okay? And you must be also upholding your agency's protocols. Depende yan sa institution, depende yan sa agency kung anong protocol ninyo. But still, it's nice. It's one of the nicest way of integrating, of immersion, or immersing with the community. Conversing with the people where they usually gather in such as in stores, water wells, washing streams, or in church yards. Okay? And helping out, basta wag ka lang pong mag-engage into gossiping. Okay? Because that is a no-no. And you can get information, but do not engage to gossiping. And helping out in household chores like cooking, washing dishes. Okay? So, you can do that. For example, you came into a house during your house visit, you saw him or her washing clothes or dishes, pwede. Okay, sometimes they would not, sure, wag na po. Okay, they would resist. Sometimes you also insist to um, have that conversation to build that rapport. And second is we have social investigation. Okay, this is a systematic process of collecting, analyzing, collating data to draw a clear picture of the community. Okay, so the purpose here is sabi dito to draw a clear picture of the community, what the community looks like, what not only physical, okay, not only the physical environment, but the other variables pertaining to the um, or data pertaining to the community. Okay. I remember during our orientation, the community extension, I presented to you the different information about our community extension. Okay, so that is uh, giving picture to what the community looks like. Okay, even the lifestyle, educational attainment of people living there, common work or job in the community. So, income. So, lahat yan, pwede po. Okay, to have a picture of the community. What are the pointers in doing this social investigation? Okay, so use of survey questionnaire is discouraged. Yes, because you want really to have a face-to-face conversation with the community people. Because when you use a survey questionnaire, it's a piece of paper, it's a form. You have a ball pen or a pen, then you might just give it to the person or community people, then you just let them answer. So, wala nang interaction na nangyayari. So, kailangan yun. Okay? Secondary data should be thoroughly examined because much of the information might already have been available. Okay? So, this is to prevent duplication of data kasi sayang ang time, effort, even money if you have spent money. Social investigation is facilitated if the health worker is properly integrated and acquired the trust of the people. Okay, so as you have read or listened in activity number one, very important ang integration because that's where you are going to really have a foundation um, of your relationship with the community people. Okay, you need to gain the trust of the people. And next, confirmation and validation of community data. Okay, community data should be done regularly. Okay, so just like in the second bullet, you need to validate it. You need to confirm, okay, the data that you're gathering, okay, to make it accurate. Okay, to make your data accurate. Then third, we have tentative program planning. This is when the community organizers will have to choose one issue to work on in order to begin organizing the people. Right? Just one issue, just one problem, just one um, concern. Maybe from what you have uh, um, This is learned from your number two activity, the social investigation. So um, you need to have that concern, have that one concrete problem, okay, to work on in order to begin organizing the people, and from there, continue same process. Okay, then groundwork is going around the community and motivating the people on a one-on-one basis or house-to-house basis to do something on the issue that has been chosen. Okay, and so that's when you are already asking for participation from the community. That is very important. Then the rest, okay, we have the meeting, role playing, mobilization or action, evaluation, reflection, organization. So what is usually done during the meeting? So here you are going to ratify already what they have somehow um, decided individually, or what you have surveyed individually. You collate it, um, summarize into one, and present it to people, and yung mga problems and issues, these are the summary, these are the list, and the people will be given collective power and confidence in the decision making on how to act on this, or to solve on these problems. uh, uh, they will have, after identifying the problems, they will have to plan on how to solve these problems. And in um, number ano ba? In number 6, okay? In number 6, role play. Okay? Role play is to act out, okay? From the word role play, no? Parang dry run. Okay? This is to act out the meeting that will take place between the leaders of the people, the community organizers are also present there, and the government representative, which who can help the community solve a certain issue or issues or problems or concerns. Okay, this is one way of training the people to participate in what will happen and prepare themselves for such eventuality, or eventually pala. Okay, eventually after you leave them. Okay, later on. Ibig sabihin, at marunong na sila mag-solve on their problem later on. Whether it's on their own, solving nila, or with government representatives. Then number 7, mobilization or action. This is the actual experience of the people. This is the actual carrying out of plans and activities. These are the actual carrying out of interventions on certain problems po, okay, or concerns that were raised before. And number 8, evaluation. This is reviewing the previous steps to determine if each of those steps or phases have been successful or not in their objectives. So if not, what do we need to change to make it more successful or successful? Okay? If yes, proceed. Okay? Lalo na pag naging successful naman yung interventions. And number 9, reflection. This is dealing with deeper and growing concern to look at the positive side of things, of their actions. Okay, what have they learned? Okay, what have they um, maybe observed or learned when their actions are successful, or when their actions led to the resolution of a problem. Okay, and here also community organizers or the community organizer or community core group is trying to build an organization. Okay, so which later on will be acting, okay, in behalf of the people, and this organization will be the group that will be responsible after the organizers have left the community. Okay, so in number 10, that's the organization ready. The people's organization is the result, okay, of many successive and similar actions of the people, and a final organizational structure is set up with elected officers and supporting members in an organization. Uh, so it means that they can already um, have maybe at first minimal to maybe moderate supervision. At the such time, they can do it on their own. Yan yung organization natin. So, organization can be composed also of a community health worker. And sabi dito, it's one who provides basic community health care services for the promotion of health, prevention of illness, simple treatment, and rehabilitation. Okay? A community health worker have these traits or qualities. Okay? They should have this. Open to change, open to ideas, open to other people's ideas, tactful, and um, so uh, she possesses the skill of communicating properly and objective siya, good listener, aside from speaker, good communicator, systematic, knowledgeable, efficient worker, flexible, critical thinker, observer, resourceful, and has the sense of humor. And so what are the different functions of a healthcare worker? One is documenter or reporter, and she has two files as a documenter. Meron siyang records and reports. And records refer to forms on which information pertaining the client is noted. And reports refers to periodic summaries of services, activities of an organization or unit, or the analysis of certain phases of its work. Okay, so filing yan, maayos dapat ang documents mo for future purposes. Okay, that's a documenter or reporter. So what are the purposes of records and reports? Ito nga sabi ko, for future purposes. This one measures the services program directed to the clients. It provides basis for future planning, interpret the work to the public and other agencies or community, aid in studying the conditions of the community, and fifth, contributes to client care. Yan po, no? And this is also used to, sabi nga dito, measure services. Ibig sabihin, you will know if it's successful or not based on your records and reports. Okay? So those are the purposes of the records and reports that a health worker should accomplish regularly. Community health service provider, okay? Health provider carries out services, appraise health needs and concerns of clients. Okay, whether the health need or the concern is existing problem or a potential one. Okay, so you need to assess the situation of your clients. And C, facilitator helps plan a comprehensive program with the people, provides continuing guidance and supervisory assistance. Okay, so you also become a planner with them, okay, facilitate their planning, assist them in planning a program with the people. Health counselor, health educator, almost same. So as a health educator, we have three aspects here. We have your IEC, information, education, and communication. Information is the provision of knowledge to community people. Education, or may I skip the communication first, is the exchange of information between the, for example, the community organizer and the community people, or vice versa. Education is change in knowledge, attitude, and skills. Okay. And so, before we end this, the next topic would be the different phases of the HRDP Copar process. And here, um, we are going to study the different stages of your committee organizing, participatory, action, research, okay, in the next video lecture. And so um, I hope you are getting along with the flow of the series of this video lecture. I think would be one of the last installment of this series. And so thank you for watching, and see you in the next video lecture. Thank you.